the city. The one and only. The place that never sleeps, but always builds. Among its tangle of skyscrapers, one stands as the ultimate symbol of Manhattan's skyline. Not the tallest, not the newest, but unquestionably the most iconic. Today, on NYC Skyline Stories, we delve into the history, curiosities, and controversies of the Empire State Building. And let me confess something up front. I adore it. That doesn't mean I'll ignore its flaws, but I will argue this. It's the vertical heart of the city, no matter how much glass and steel may try to overshadow it. Let's start with the essentials, shall we? The Empire State Building, standing proud at the intersection of 5th Avenue and 34th Street, rises 1,454 feet into the Manhattan sky. A tower that defies gravity and, in some sense, conquers it. Completed in 1931, this colossus of steel, limestone, and aluminum was designed in the Art Deco style by Shreve, Lamb & Harmon. Its financier, John J. Raskob, had a single, almost obsessive goal: to outdo the Chrysler Building in the race, to be the tallest structure on Earth. Spoiler alert, he succeeded. For 41 glorious years, the Empire State reigned as the world's tallest building. But why build a structure of such scale during the Great Depression? Well, nothing screams capitalist optimism, or perhaps hubris, quite like a towering skyscraper in an era of soup lines. It was an audacious project, completed in a record 13 months. Over 3,400 workers, many of them immigrants, labored under conditions that today would be illegal. Initially, the Empire State Building was more of a symbol than a success. For years, it was mocked as the empty State Building, because much of its office space sat vacant. But like so many of New York's most enduring icons, it overcame its rough beginnings. It weathered storms, recessions, and even a plane crash in 1945. Yes, that happened, but hold tight, we'll get there soon. Did you know the Empire State Building was almost equipped with a dirigible docking station at its peak? The idea was that passengers could disembark directly into Manhattan. A bold vision, utterly impractical. The winds and currents turned it into little more than a marketing stunt, albeit a very memorable one. And speaking of drama, let's talk about July 28th, 1945. That foggy morning, a B-25 bomber crashed into the 79th floor. While the collision tragically killed 14 people, the building itself remained structurally sound, a testament to engineering, or maybe just sheer stubbornness, the kind that defines New York. Oh, and the lights. Who hasn't seen the Empire State illuminated in dazzling colors for everything from Christmas to Star Wars Day? Yes, Star Wars Day. Because even in a city this jaded, there's room for a little fun. Of course, not everything about the Empire State is perfect. For decades, critics have called it a monument to human arrogance. Some argue that building it during the Great Depression was an unnecessary display of wealth. More recently, it's been labeled a relic, a fossil in a city now dominated by glass towers and green technology. And let's be honest, the views, while spectacular, now face stiff competition from the likes of One World Trade Center and The Edge. But here's the thing, losing the spotlight doesn't mean losing your legacy. Whether you prefer the sleekness of the new or the timeless elegance of the old, the Empire State remains as New York as a bagel with schmear. The Empire State Building is more than just a structure. It's a symbol of resilience, ambition, and yes, a touch of madness. It has inspired generations, from architects to filmmakers. King Kong chose it as his throne, and frankly, I think he was onto something. So, if you're ever in the city, head up to the observation deck, or don't. Maybe you'd rather admire it from below, standing amidst the chaos of Fifth Avenue. Because in the end, what matters isn't what the Empire State Building is, it's how it makes you feel. Small, yes, but also part of something much, much bigger. I'm Arthur Good, and this has been NYC Skyline Stories. Join me next time as we uncover another piece of the city's skyline and the stories it holds. Until then, keep your chin up and your feet on the ground.
Thank you.